Hey, what's up? How you doing, everyone? It's James here at Switchwatch, and I'm back today with another review. So if you want to stay up to date with all of the latest reviews in your inbox, then why not consider subscribing? This one is Towerfall, and the game's been developed and published by MAYHEM. It's available right now to get on your Nintendo Switch, but is it any good, and is it worth your hard-earned cash? Let's jump in and find out. Towerfall is a classic couch co-op arcade game that pits up to 6 friends against each other in intense versus matches. That is the way the game was intended to be played and how you will enjoy it the most, but you can also team up with your friends against the CPU in co-op and time trials modes, or play these modes solo. The premise of the game is very simple. You are one of a number of archers, including Madeline from the excellent Celeste. Armed with a trusty bow and 3 arrows, you must defeat the competition on a single map screen before they kill you. The core mechanics are simple and accessible, with only 3 buttons needed to play. Like every good multiplayer game though, it's much harder to master, and there is a surprising amount of strategy involved. You fire arrows using B whilst aiming with the right stick, and a longer hold will result in a further shot. Your arrows are slightly attracted to enemies, but as you move around so quickly, this doesn't result in easy kills. You move around with the left analog stick and jump with A. You can bounce off of walls and attempt to hang from walls, though you will slide down it slowly. Double jumps are essential to survival, as you will need to make it across platforms in order to take cover and get out of the firing line. Using L, you can dash in any direction by combining with a left stick push. This can be done in the air, and when it's timed well, you can even catch an enemy's arrow mid-flight. The maps are devious, wrapping back on themselves, which adds to the hilarity and sneaky factors. Falling down a hole at the bottom will see you reappear at the top, and stepping through the left side will see you emerge on the right. Some of the best battles involve shooting off screen and having your well-timed arrow sneak up on your foe, or jumping down only to reappear and shoot an arrow mid-flight through your opponent for the win. Arrows are a limited resource. Typically you will start with 3, and as you fire, your arrows will stick into the walls where you can shoot them. This encourages you not to miss and puts you in the firing line when you do. To make it worse, anyone can pick up any arrow, so it's always a risk that you miss your opponent and they reclaim your arrows and strike you down with them. On top of this, you have the treasure, which randomly appears filled with a large number of arrow types and power-ups, from flaming and bomb arrows to a shield or wings that let you fly around. Combining all of these variables leads to surprising depth. The game's pull is that anyone can pick it up and play, but a match between experienced players will involve much more strategy. With that said, a lot of the fun on offer is through the randomness of luck or the chance that something you do might backfire. Shoot directly upward and mistime a shot, for example, and it may very well fall on your own head, for example, and killing you. The game's variety leads to genuine laugh-out-loud moments when you see how a kill occurred on the action replay after a kill. It's a great feature that I'm really happy they included. Once you have battled it out and fancy a change, you can utilise the variance system, which is incredibly detailed. You can adjust to your heart's content to get the perfect setup for you and your mates and make every battle feel unique. Towerfall was originally released on the Ouya in 2013, and a year later Towerfall Ascension added much more content and found its way onto the PS4 and Steam. Fast forward another year and Dark World was released, adding more again. All of this content is here, so you might decide to jump into the co-op modes and take on hordes of enemies and bosses. You can do this alone, along with the time trial mode. I found that playing solo was good for sharpening my skills and fun for a while, but it's all about multiplayer here, and as a result I wanted to sit down and play this on my TV as opposed to playing it on the move. The music is best described as medieval chiptunes, and it works perfectly. The score changes constantly, and there are lots of subtle sounds so that you never get bored of a particular loop. On top of this, the sound effects are spot on. They have that tinkling quality of games from the 90s that works really well here. Everything from the sound of selecting a level through to shooting your friend in the face sounds great. Towerfall features a visual retro style design. Everything is blocky and boldly coloured, in keeping with the couch play games that inspired it from the 90s. The new widescreen levels that allow up to 6 friends to battle it out at once are in keeping, and the number of different levels, mobs and modes all look good. But let's be honest, this game is all about the gameplay, and it's not going to win any awards for its visuals. From a performance perspective, I'm delighted to report that I experienced absolutely no issues. The game ran smoothly without any hiccups. At $19.99 in the US or £17.99 in the UK, the price tag is fairly high for a multiplayer game. You quickly realise, however, that there is a lot here, having all of the additional content of the game's subsequent releases, as well as some additional features such as being able to play 6-player battles and unlocking additional player characters the further you get, to make for a comprehensive package. Towerfall aims to be that go-to multiplayer game, and it's backed up by a more compelling single-player experience than ever before. My only gripe is that it would have been a great addition to be able to play online against friends. Overall, Towerfall established itself as a go-to for couch co-op play. The fact that you can now have a blast with up to 5 friends and the simple controls which lend themselves really well to a single Joy-Con makes this an absolutely compelling purchase and a very solid 8.5 out of 10. My only caution is that if you're looking for a solo experience, then this is quite fun, but it's not really aimed at you. That's it from me today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's amazing just how many great co-op games there are on the Nintendo Switch. I'll pop a link to a playlist if you want to check out a couple of alternatives. Juan's currently reviewing Starlink and his gameplay video is up. I'd urge everyone to check that out. It does look pretty awesome. And Jordan's recently reviewed Game Dev Story. You might remember that from your mobile days. I'll see you again soon, everyone. I'm James Imera. This is Switch Watch. Take care.